But God says, no, I can put it back together. In fact, people are bailing on marriage. It's kind of a one and done. And I'm really, honestly, a bit appalled at how quickly people are breaking their marriage covenant because whatever might have happened. You said, well, PC, you don't know my story. Maybe I don't. Maybe I would change my mind. But I know this, God's in the restoration business. He's in the put things back together business. Here's another unpopular opinion, and that is everybody thinks I can have my truth. I have my truth. I hear that all the time now, especially from young people. Well, I know you see it that way, but I see it this way. But how about we let the one who designed relationships define relationships, even if it's different from ours? And we're gonna talk about that a little bit. And then today's topic, again, that I think is an unpopular opinion, is simply the definition of love. The definition of love. In fact, if I were to give this message a title, I have several different titles, but one of them is just, what is love? How would you define what real love is? And the Bible defines real love as without condition. Now, I'm going to unpack that a little bit, and that already is sending red flags in your mind. And again, Chris, if you knew my story, you would make a little bit more room for that definition, and maybe I would. But I know this, that the Bible has defined love, and he's calling us to a different level in our love relationship. You ready for this? With everybody. Not just the people you love, not even just the people you're supposed to love. I'm talking about even your enemies. God calls us to love our enemies. Pray for your enemies. Bless your enemies. And you just rarely see anybody really even loving the people they're supposed to love, much less their enemies. Of course, we have this famous chapter, and even people that aren't Christians have heard it. It's called the love chapter, 1 Corinthians 13. And we hear it at weddings all the time. Love is patient. Really? Love is patient? Are we really allowing God to work that out in our hearts? And is that what our marriage looks like? Is that what it looks like with our kids? Is that what it looks like? Love is kind. It does not envy, does not boast, is not proud. It's not dishonoring people. The word dishonor literally means it means to remove the value from them. The opposite of to honor someone is to add value to them. God's called us to value everyone. It's not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. And I'm telling you, especially after the last 2 years, people are on edge. And even Christians, I'm honestly, I get so grieved when I see even how Christians attack other Christians. There's an onslaught there's a critical spirit that has hit America, and we can't point the finger at those that are far from God. It's in the church. And the Bible says love doesn't do that. In fact, love doesn't even keep a record. No records of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects. It always says, I know you're going through a rough patch. I know you're treating me like crazy bad, but you know what? I'm gonna instead of bail on you, I'm gonna protect you. I know, son, you've run off and you don't even believe in God anymore, and you've renounced our family, but son, I'm gonna fight for you the rest of my life. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And wouldn't it be great if this was more than great poetry and a beautiful thing to say at a wedding with a guitar playing in the background? And somebody in the family who you're just trying to put a place because they didn't have a place in the bridesmaid party to read this. Right there, that's how it works. You ran out anyway, so. But what if? And the Bible even takes it a step further and says, I know you're not there yet. And let me just say to you, the one speaking to you is not there yet. But that we're to make it our greatest aim. What if Christianity was supposed to be a journey? What if Christianity was supposed to be this process, not just where we continually say, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. Let me get my fire insurance so I don't go to hell. Forgive me, okay, I get in heaven. But I'm mean as a snake while I'm here on earth. What if Christianity was supposed to be this transformation of a person where little by little, one translation says from glory to glory, with an ever increasing glory, I'm becoming more and more like Jesus, and my heart is being changed. And even those that are my enemies, I'm learning how to love them, and God is doing something inside of me. And I'm not letting culture affect me. And I'm not going to become critical with the rest of the world. And I'm not going to be mean as a snake. And I'm not going to honk at everybody on 280. Come on, somebody, where y'all at? God's changing me.